we are just talking about a seasonal change or a typical Indian summer. We are talking about a national emergency that is unfolding right now outside your window. At this very moment, India has become the furnace of the world. Let's listen into Padma Shri, Dr. Sanjeev Bagai and Dr. KJ Ramesh, who decodes the weather pattern with my colleague Kabir Naqvi. Have a look.
Dr. Ramesh, let's get the snowball rolling here. Every summer is hot. That's why it's called the summer season. But 95 plus of the world's hottest cities in one country, in India, our backyard. How abnormal is this scientifically? What do you have to say about this particular report? Are we looking at a temporary spike that is driven by weather systems, the super El Nino that people are now talking about? Or this is a structural shift in India's climate baseline that we now need to come to terms with?
It is actually on two factors that are contributing to the present hot weather period, enhancing and longer hot weather conditions. One is the global warming, greenhouse gas emissions.
Yeah.
That second one is the our city developmental planning and expansion of expressways, highways, where whatever forests we had there, we are cutting them, and the surface is exposed to bitumen and other things, so that is adding extra heat all along the expressways. In cities, urban heat island effects and the poor water management and water preservation, recharge options of the city lakes, and ignoring totally the solid waste and sewage treatment processes in our country. So there are multiple factors which are contributing to the warming.
When we're talking about this aspect of nights not cooling anymore, the nights are not cooling anymore. That's actually equally important. How dangerous is that compared to the daytime heat? We know daytime it's almost like sizzling outside, but the nighttime is not having that cooling effect that we need at the moment.
See, this is what is projected to happen at least 5 to 7 years before by IPCC. AR6 reports are there. Temperature difference between maximum and minimum, day and night temperature, which is becoming lesser and lesser. So that will extend the heat stress duration out of 24 hours to more than 16 hours in a particular day, when day temperatures reach 45 and minimum temperatures reach 35. That's what is happening over Northwest India currently. This is what is the most catastrophic thing, particularly people who are in unorganized housing clusters like Juggi Jopdi, where asbestos sheets and tin roof houses are there. They are the people undergoing and exposed to more heat stress and associated mortalities and morbidities.
Dr. Ramesh, is this the new normal going forward?
It will increase incrementally year after year if we are not taking any corrective steps. Corrective steps are possible. Creating cool places in the clusters which Tamil Nadu, Chennai has shown for gig workers and others who then do not have cool places in their living environment. In winter, we used to have something like night side baratis, or what you call it in Delhi, no? Something where hot blankets and other things are provided for the people, homeless people.
Yeah.
And that kind of arrangement for summer has to be planned.
You know, Dr. Bagai, what's your assessment of this? I mean, of course, I do need, some tips, some, techniques that people can now use. We keep hearing about heat stroke all the time, but what are the early warning signs that people tend to ignore because before things actually turn fatal? Your assessment and reading of, this particular report, and with temperatures now crossing 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, it seems to be the new normal. How dangerous is prolonged exposure, especially for, outdoor workers, or even if not for those outdoor workers, if you're stuck outside somewhere? Is that something that people now need to be worried about?
Good evening. I think this is the price humans pay for tampering with nature. Then nature destroys you. It's a vicious cycle of deforestation, destroying of the Aravalli Hills, rampant tree cutting in the hills, the nearby hill stations, rampant illegal felling of trees within Delhi and NCR. Not one, but numerous cases are there. But coming to the topic of the net effect, is this a part of the global warming? Yes. But what Delhi is experiencing is, and completely unexpected, I would say, exponential rise of temperature. So we had rains, which was unseasonal, very high relative humidity, and now this sudden heat wave. So an exposure even for 30 minutes to 60 minutes, especially at the peak of the summer, which is between 12 and 2 or 12 and 3 p.m. in the afternoon, can be very, very lethal. So initially, a human being's body, when it's exposed to such unforeseen heat, goes through what we call as a heat stress. Then it turns into heat cramps. That means your muscles starts getting twitching, you feel numbness, you have headache, nausea, vomiting, your blood pressure fluctuation takes place. Then it's heat exposure, in which you have nausea, vomiting, you have dehydration. Then is what we call as heat stroke. That's when the temperature of the body goes more than 104 degrees Fahrenheit, in which you can have an effect on the kidneys, you stop passing urine, you can have seizures, altered sensorium, unconsciousness, and then of course is heat shock, which is the worst stage.
Yeah.
The most vulnerable are the children who have limited body reserves in terms of fluids, less than the age of 5, elderlies beyond 65, because then your body is compromised, and then of course people who have comorbidities like heart disease, lung disease, COPD, asthma, immunocompromised, diabetics, obese, and so on. So I think we need a very, very firm message going out as a public awareness to tell people what the do's and don'ts are, what time you should avoid going out, what simple measures to take to combat this kind of
Absolutely, Doctor. Many thanks for detailing all of that out. So body fluid reserves is something that everybody can actually work on here. We're now seeing a phenomenon of warm nights. Lack of cooling at night can also increase cardiac and neurological risks, just like you pointed out as well.